Oh, it's cute.
Oh, that is cute. That's not a dump at all.
Maybe the blanket is a little bit weird, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I could understand.
yeah. I,
Yeah,
I look around the room quickly. It is a modest place, as as Elsa has described, but it has a certain charm to it. It's certainly not the most extravagant home I've seen, and there is a painful lack of ornaments to decorate the place, but it feels cozy and inviting.
is there really a lack of ornaments? Because I'm seeing some decorations around. That doesn't seem like a lack.
Yeah, I mean, there could be more.
There could be more, but I'm not saying like there's a lack. I mean, there's pictures on the wall and shit, and the pinboard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like, oh, there's a lack of ornaments. I'd expect bare walls, not
Yeah.
that.
I waste no time in taking a seat and make myself at home. Come, sit next to me. Looking baffled, Elsa does as I ask. You have a beautiful home.
You are too kind, Charming. I sincerely apologize. I know this is a far cry from where you usually live.
I like it here. It's not as unnecessarily large as the palace, and it feels comfortable. Elsa stares at me for a long moment, most likely gauging my expression to see if I'm being genuine. Finally convinced that I'm not merely lying through my teeth to be polite, he relaxes, but the bemused expression stays on his face.
You are not what I expected at all, Princess.
Neither are you. I certainly would never have guessed that the dashing Prince Elsa would be living in a normal commoner's cottage. Elsa gives a quiet laugh.
Well, the rumors you heard are accurate. I was thrown out of the palace without a penny on me. I had to fend for myself on the streets.
Where did you get the fancy outfit then?
Right? Like, honey, what are you doing to fend for yourself? I'm not judging, but
But we
I
might
think,
want to talk about it.
I think we know where the rumors of skirt chasing come from now.
Yeah.
It's a miracle I managed to purchase my own home. I did not exactly have much of a choice when it comes to picking my hopefully temporary residence.
I duck my head to try and hide my surprise, but from his faint smile I assume my attempt is unsuccessful. Not many royals can survive on their own without any financial help after having led a charming life with everything handed to them on a silver platter since the day they were born. For a frivolous crown prince to do so, impressive and unexpected. You have certainly done well for yourself. May I ask how you adjusted to a commoner's life?
He went immediately to the red light district. Well,
Elsa winks at me suggestively.
like I said, I have my ways. I can be persuasive when I want to be.
It takes a moment for his implications to sink in. I cough, turning away to hide my flustered expression. Elsa gives a loud laugh at my reaction.
I was merely jesting. I convinced some locals to give me jobs, and just saved up all the money I could spare until I could buy myself this place. Unfortunately, this was all I could afford.
It's a lovely place. I would be very proud if I were you. I recognize Elsa's coy smile and prepare myself for another one of his lines.
Oh no. It's lovelier now with you here. Your presence alone makes the room 1,000 times more beautiful. That one's not that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't a pickup line.
No, it wasn't the pickup line, so.
I shake my head with a laugh. I must say, that line was rather lacking. You can do better than that.
Oh, honey, no, don't tempt him.
Elsa playfully pretends to hang his head in shame.
My apologies, milady. I will do better next time.
You know... I start to speak, but a yawn that I fail to stifle interrupts me. Elsa stands up and offers me his hand.
I apologize. You've had a long journey, and I should not keep you from retiring. Please, let me show you to your room.
I consider protesting, as I would much rather talk to him more instead, but another yawn makes me realize I'm more tired than I thought.
Is it a one-room cottage?
I was just thinking the exact same thing. I concede reluctantly. Thank you.
Your friend and your guards will stand guard outside your door. No harm will come to you, I promise.
I know. Thank you for consideration. I will see you tomorrow. Good night, Prince Elsa. A slight smile plays on his lips as he bows.
Good night, Princess Charming.
They never address it.
Damn it. I just want to know if he's couch surfing in his own home.
Yep. And then the guards are just standing outside the door watching him sleep.
They're just standing there like, this is the most awkward posting ever.
This is a
Why
pretty
am
kitchen.
That is a nice kitchen.
I let out a loud yawn, stretching sleepily as I make my way into the kitchen.
My, it's a mystery how you can still be as breathtaking as ever, even straight out of bed. You are a true beauty.
I roll my eyes and grab the cup of hot coffee on the counter, taking a long sip.
That implies that there is a cup of cold coffee on the counter as well.
Or there's only one cup of coffee on the counter, and it's
True.
his, and she took it.
I'm not sure which one I like better.
Such blatantly false flattery. My hair most likely resembles a haystack, and I probably look like a ghoul. I wish I could at least check my appearance before seeing him every morning. For some strange reason, though, I haven't been able to find a single mirror in the house.
The vampire.
He is. It's too early in the morning for your coquetry, Elsa.
It's never too early to remind you what an exquisite creature you are.
I try to hide my smile against the cup as I take another sip of coffee. I hate to admit it, but Elsa is growing on me already. It's difficult not to like him when he's so charming and a gentleman at the same time. Although he can be...
Used to over time.
Pardon?
It's growing on her, like fungus or herpes.
Although he can be over the top with his flirtations, he never fails to make me laugh, and he is never dull to be around. At least our marriage won't be boring. My mind flashes to the comment he made about our marriage yesterday, and I find my cheeks heating up a tad. I immediately turn my face away, hiding the blush. Thankfully, he doesn't notice and just goes on.
I would love to discuss your beauty all day, but I actually have a question to ask you, my dear princess.
I look at him with interest. He takes it as a cue to continue.
There is a small village nearby where I work. It's nothing fancy, I'm afraid, but I was wondering if you'd like to go and have a look around.
I perk up in excitement at his words and set down my cup of coffee immediately. Or his cup of coffee, we're not sure yet.
We're not sure. We're going to hopefully figure this out.
I would love to. Can we leave now? He looks slightly taken aback at my eagerness.
Well, I was actually thinking about taking you there tomorrow instead. Since I need time to prepare a carriage for you, there is some distance between the village and my house. Since, well, it costs less when the house is located in a less convenient location.
Forget the carriage. Let's head to the village now.
We're just gonna walk, bitch.
Yep. Elsa's lips curve upwards and he gives a small bow.
Get those kilometers in Pokemon Go. Your wish is my command, my princess.
We can catch a drowsy, a Psyduck.
I got a 10-kilometer egg to hatch, yo.
Yeah. I look around with excitement, trying to drink in all the details I can. I can't believe I missed the chance to admire the stunning countryside view earlier on my way here because I fell asleep in the carriage. Wow, this is beautiful.
Indeed it is, but still not as beautiful as you are.
I roll my eyes at him, holding back a smile, and continue taking in the scenery with wide eyes. Underneath the clear blue sky, the green landscape stretches out as far as my eyes could see. Frankly, it looks almost as if it came straight out of an oil painting, and part of me wants to touch the grass beneath my shoes to make sure they are real. As beautiful as the scenery is, I can't help but be disappointed. Elsa notices my frown and questions.
Because a couple of the trees are dead? Ish. Well, the one looks like it has buds. Is something wrong, Charming?
I shake my head frantically, trying to rephrase the question in my head to make it sound less rude. No, of course not. Your homeland is captivating. I just thought there would be more snow. I mean, this is the Snow Kingdom after all.
Well, unfortunately, most of the snow is melted by now. Since it's nearing May, if we decide to spend winter here instead of in your palace, you'll be able to see the view that Snow Kingdom is famous for. I just turned into fucking Shatner at the end of that.
I envision a blanket of white snow on the surface of the landscape, and my eyes widen further in awe at the mental image. I immediately nod in agreement. That sounds perfect. We are definitely staying here this winter. For some strange reason, it just doesn't snow in Lunar Kingdom, so winter is a rather boring affair in my country.
I see. You will enjoy living here then.
He flashes me a quick smile as we keep on walking. Soon the village comes into sight. Elsa points out houses and buildings in the distance to me.
This is Frost Village. Nothing fancy, I'm afraid. But it's a quaint little village with very friendly and open villagers. It's a lovely place. I've been working in a tavern here for the past year.
Whoa. Okay.
Damn.
As soon as we pass the welcome sign at the entrance of the village, are you okay?
I'm just dying, it's fine.
Okay.
Something in my throat. I'm okay. Continue.
I immediately become aware of people bustling around us with an air of busy determination. I notice some villagers pausing to stare at us strangely, or rather, eye my gown with a critical look, and I smooth the fabric self-consciously. Maybe I should have brought along something less flashy, or I brought along some less flashy gowns with me after all, but in my defense, I wasn't aware I wouldn't be staying in Snow's castle with him. Elsa's castle. I keep forgetting.
We can go back to Snow, I mean... Elsa's amusing, but I don't know. It's up to you.
I would rather keep Elsa, I just keep forgetting. Not far away, in front of a small house built of stone, there's a group of children playing, tossing yarn at each other. Why would you do that?
Are they cats?
I don't know. One of the children looks up as though feeling my gaze on them and peers at us curiously. Even from over here, I can see the excitement welling up inside the child. She hurries to her feet and starts rushing over to us.
God knows it's got to be more humorous than fucking throwing string at each other. Let me be your guide for the day, Charming. Is there anywhere you would like to visit first?
Elsa. I point to the child that is sprinting towards us. Elsa barely has time to prepare himself before the giggling child leaps into his arms, almost bowling him over. Who is this little girl? Could it be Elsa's illegitimate daughter? Why would you immediately think that?
That is one. I mean, he said that he works in the tavern here, which means he's gonna be well known.
Yeah.
Especially for the pseudo time period. What? You are going... I like that it's gone from, could this be his illegitimate daughter, to, oh my god, he has a daughter, and like the exact next sentence. Jesus Christ. I can't.
Oh heavens, this was not part of the deal. He failed to inform me he has a daughter. I cannot be a stepmother. I'm too nice to be an evil stepmother.
What?
Most of all, I'm too young to mother anyone. I can barely keep myself under control, let alone a young child. I almost flee from the scene in sheer panic, intent on finding Nicole and enlisting his help to escape back to Lunar Kingdom, when the child's babbling finally registers in my head.
Finally. Snow, where have you been? I haven't seen you in so long. Mommy and Daddy said you were busy with some princess. Did you forget us already? We miss you. Tommy isn't as good at playing hide-and-seek as you are. He always cheats too. Will you come play with us today, please?
Mommy and Daddy? My racing heart slowly calms. I watch as Elsa crouches down and strokes the little girl's head gently.
Can I play with you another day, Talia? I have a dear friend with me today, and I promised to show her around. I went, vaguely British at the beginning of that.
A little bit, yeah. His accent goes all over the place.
Accent? What accent? It's all over.
The little girl's smile immediately transforms into a frown as she glares up at me and whines.
Why? We want you to play with us now.
Elsa, I don't mind if you spend some time with them. I'll be happy to explore the village myself. It's not like I can't take care of myself anyway.
Might blow up the village.
Might set the entire village on fire. Whoops.
I mean, look at how quickly she jumps to conclusion. The villager can bump into each other. She'll assume she's under attack.
Yep.
Do you really not mind? British again. She said she doesn't. Come, let's go.
Before I can react, the child has already dragged Elsa away, moving towards her little group of friends. Elsa looks back at me with an apologetic smile, mouthing an apology. Suddenly finding myself alone, I take a moment to watch him settle on the ground with the children, laughing good-naturedly as they pile on top of him with enthusiasm.
Wouldn't it have made sense to, invite her to also play with the kids?
Right?
Hey, this is my daily life. I play with the kids in town, I work in the tavern. I ain't that princely at the moment.
Yeah.
But this is what I got, honey. I don't...
A smile...
nitpick.
Yeah. A smile touches my lips. Well, who would have thought that the flirtatious, roguish Prince Elsa would have such a patience and kindness for children? Turning away before Elsa catches me staring, I decide to venture on the first path I see. I've been wandering around aimlessly, peeking into every shop I come across while waiting for Elsa to catch up with me. Finally, I hear a familiar voice from behind me.
Wait, Charming! I am extremely sorry. The children wouldn't let me go no matter how hard I tried. I can't express how sorry I am for leaving you alone in a strange, unfamiliar village all by yourself.
Elsa, breathe. I really do not mind. In fact, it is rather reassuring to know my future husband is so good with children. I expected a smirk or perhaps another sly remark from him, but instead a look of inexplicable sorrow returns briefly to his eyes before he smiles it away.
I love children. Talia's parents used to give me work when I first came here. I often watched her and her brothers while their parents were busy. That's how we became friends. Even though I work in the tavern now, Talia still invites me over to play with them sometimes. Seems oddly childish. I have been too preoccupied lately to accept the invitation, so I suppose she was a tad overexcited when she ran into me just now. I must apologize again.
Don't worry about it. It was probably even more enjoyable exploring this village myself without your chatting and ridiculous flirtations the entire time.
Good lord, girl, have some tact.
Don't be a dick. I flash him a grin to let him know I'm teasing. He relaxes and seems to sigh with relief.
You mean flirtations like this? Oh no.
My momentary confusion clears up when Elsa suddenly presents a beautiful red rose in front of me with a flourish.
Oh good, I thought it'd be a pickup line.
Well, how? Where did you get that?
For you, my lady.
Giggling.
All he needs is a fedora.
Oh, gross. Giggling and
Sorry.
reluctantly charmed, I take the rose from him and sniff it delicately. Thank you.
Huh.
I want to go with the first one.
Yeah, I want to go with the first one too.
Your charisma must come in handy for diplomatic and political matters. I would imagine people flock to you like bees to honey, or perhaps bees to their queen.
Interesting analogy. Unfortunately, I actually never noticed, so I cannot confirm or disconfirm. I guess I was never a very diligent prince when I still held the title. I rarely took part in political matters, as a matter of fact.
Well, when you become prince and then king, I'm sure you will find your natural charisma very useful. I suppose this is why we'd make a good match. You could aid me in persuasive speeches and gaining public support.
I would be delighted to offer you advice, but I believe you are selling yourself short. To the contrary, I find you very charming and simply irresistible.
I chuckle, sniffing in the sweet smell of the rose again. Not at all, but thank you. That is a very kind, albeit untrue, compliment.
I'm just picturing her huffing this flower as
like glue.
She's produced a plastic bag out of nowhere and just put the flower in it. It's just... You're charming.
Elsa gives me a bright smile before holding out his hand to me.
It's almost past noon. Would you be so kind as to let me treat you to a meal, as an apology for abandoning you?
That is an enormous sacrifice on my part, but I suppose I can make this concession.
Why, thank you for this great honor, my lady. No more flower huffing? Come, I'll lead the way.
Before I can protest, Elsa lightly grabs my hand and starts steering us towards the tavern. Blushing and feeling strangely flustered, I open my mouth to question him, but my words die in my throat when Elsa squeezes my hand gently and whispers in an almost intimate manner.
I will make it up to you, I promise. Honey.